It's Wednesday, November 27th, 2024, and I'm Dave Soap. 4 things to know today. Telecom breaches, data exploitation, and CISO liability, the growing complexity of cyber risk. How European cloud competition, FCC leadership, and CISA training shape IT's future. Why OpenAI and Uber's latest moves raise crucial questions about AI and labor. And what AI in medicine, the workforce, and defense teaches us about trust and simplicity. This is the business of tech. In what has been described as the worst telecommunications hack in U.S. history, Chinese government hackers, known as Salt Typhoon, have infiltrated American telecom infrastructure, allowing them to listen to phone calls and read text messages. Reports from the Washington Post and New York Times reveal that fewer than 150 individuals have been identified as having their communications monitored. However, the potential number of affected people could reach millions. The breach, first reported in October, has raised alarms among U.S. officials, including Senator Mark Warner, who warned that the networks remain compromised and repair could require replacing outdated equipment. Warner emphasized that this espionage effort predates the recent elections, with the infiltration occurring months ago. All major U.S. carriers, including AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, have been impacted, leaving U.S. cybersecurity vulnerable as the nation approaches a critical transition period. And a joint investigation by Wired, Bayreuther Rundfunk, and netspolitik.org reveals serious national security risks posed by U.S. companies selling data advertising data, which can track the movements of American military personnel overseas. This data, which includes detailed movement patterns of troops in Germany, raises significant concerns about national security and the safety of service members. For instance, nearly 2,000 devices were tracked at Ramstein Air Base, and about 191,000 signals were recorded at Grufenwar Training Area, where U.S. troops train Ukrainian soldiers. Data from a Florida-based broker included over 3.6 billion location coordinates from up to 11 million mobile advertising IDs, revealing sensitive patterns of U.S. service members, including those stationed at those key military sites in Germany. In a significant development for chief information security officers, New Jersey-based insurer Crum Forster has launched a professional liability insurance policy specifically designed to protect CISOs from personal liability. Traditionally, these executives have been excluded from coverage under directors' and officers' liability policies, leaving them vulnerable in the face of potential legal claims. The new policy can be obtained individually or through a company and offers consulting work, even on a pro bono basis. Costs for this insurance typically range from $3,000 to $5,000 per insured person, depending on various factors, including coverage limits and company status. The policy offers 0 deductible defense costs and broad claims coverage, providing CISOs with robust protection against personal liabilities. Why do we care? With all major U.S. carriers implicated, this hack isn't just about espionage. It's about the fragility of a foundational component of modern IT services, secure communications. And the unchecked sale of digital advertising data poses not just privacy risks, but tangible national security threats. For IT service providers managing sensitive data or supporting industries like defense, the commoditization of location data highlights a dangerous blind spot in supply chain governance. And the introduction of CISO-specific liability insurance acknowledges the evolving role of cybersecurity leaders and the risks they face. IT services firms, especially those offering virtual CISO services, should see this as an opportunity to both protect and empower cybersecurity professionals. So some action items: perform risk assessments on clients' communications infrastructures, monitor evolving regulations to ensure compliance readiness, and partner with insurers to bundle liability coverage into cybersecurity consulting packages. Today's episode is supported by Huntress. You want to focus on your clients and are always looking for ways to get more time. Use Huntress's fully managed cybersecurity platform to fight off cyber threats. Huntress is more than cybersecurity software for endpoints and identities. It's a 24/7 security operations center. It's security awareness training, community engagement, and dedicated partner support with an average CSAT score of 99.3%. Technology can only get you so far. Human expertise is what's needed to truly elevate and protect small businesses, and you get that with Huntress. Secure your clients and help them thrive with the #1 rated EDR for SMBs on G2. Visit huntress.com/MSP Radio to find out more. A European cloud group known as the Cloud Infrastructure Service Providers in Europe has launched the European Cloud Competition Observatory to monitor Microsoft's compliance with a recent settlement aimed at enhancing market competition. This initiative follows Microsoft's agreement to settle that involved a $22 million payment and changes to its licensing practices after accusations of anti-competitive behavior. The observatory will also scrutinize licensing practices of other major players like Broadcom and VMware to ensure fair competition in the market. The observatory is set to release progress reports in February and April 2025 as it seeks to address unfair software licensing practices that can restrict customer choices and inflate costs for cloud users in Europe. And Federal Communications Commission Chairwoman Jessica Rosenworcel has announced that she will step down from her position on January 20th, 2025, coinciding with the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump. Rosenworcel, the first woman to lead the FCC, highlighted her tenure as an honor and emphasized her commitment to closing the digital divide. Under her leadership, the Affordable Connectivity Program assisted over 23 million low-income housings in accessing high-speed internet. Additionally, she addressed the homework gap, helping more than 17 million students secure essential online learning tools. Rosenworcel also launched the FCC's first-ever Space Bureau to enhance U.S. leadership in satellite communications and updated the agency's broadband definition, increasing the benchmark from 25 megabits per second to 100 megabits per second. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency has launched a new education platform called CISO Learning, aimed at providing modern cybersecurity training to its staff, the federal workforce, veterans, and external users. This platform replaces both the agency's internal education system and the federal virtual training environment, which served over 500,000 users, including 412,000 federal employees and 25,000 individuals from state and local governments. CISO Learning offers courses in various areas, including cloud security and ethical hacking, while allowing users to track their progress and customize their learning experiences. The initial operational capacity is now live, with plans for continuous improvement in user experience and course suggestions. Why do we care? By monitoring compliance, this initiative could lead to increased flexibility for European businesses in cloud vendor selection. This is especially relevant for smaller IT service providers who may struggle with restrictive licensing terms. Be warned, monitoring compliance and enforcing settlements can be slow and bureaucratic, potentially delaying meaningful change in licensing practices. Jessica Rosenworcel's departure marks a significant change in leadership for an agency that has had substantial influence on broadband access, digital equity, and telecommunications policy. The transition could shift priorities, potentially impacting IT infrastructure investments. And CISO Learning aims to address a critical skills gap in cybersecurity, a sector that directly impacts IT service providers and managed security services. As cyber threats grow in volume and complexity, the platform's success could indirectly bolster the broader workforce readiness in this domain. Plus, it's a resource to use. OpenAI has halted access to its upcoming video generation tool, Sora, following a protest by a group of artists who leaked access to the tool. These artists raised concerns about their treatment, claiming they were used as public relations puppets with minimal compensation for their contributions. Although hundreds of artists were granted early access to test Sora, about 20 of them voiced that OpenAI exploited their unpaid labor. And Uber Technologies has launched a new division called Scaled Solutions, focusing on artificial intelligence training and data labeling services. This initiative aims to connect businesses with independent contractors for virtual annotation tasks necessary for training AI models. Scaled Solutions is already serving notable clients like Aurora Innovation and Niantic. The company plans to onboard contractors globally, including in regions such as India, the United States, Canada, Poland, and Nicaragua. Workers will be compensated on a per-task basis, although concerns persist regarding fair pay, particularly in developing countries. Why do we care? There's a problem when your beta testers leak your product. OpenAI's reliance on artists for feedback without compensation or transparency reveals a misstep in stakeholder engagement. IT companies must recognize the long-term value of ethical collaboration, particularly when working with creative or technical communities. I also wanted to highlight how Uber is coming for advanced technical work as gig work. For IT service providers, this move signals both an opportunity and a warning about the competitive landscape for labor-intensive AI support services. IT service providers should take these developments as cues to invest in ethical frameworks, robust compliance practices, and differentiated services to sustain trust and competitiveness in the market. Before Thanksgiving in the US, let's do some big ideas to contemplate on the couch after all that turkey. I covered that story about doctors and their use of AI. One useful thing goes deeper on why. A recent paper has highlighted the challenges doctors face when using artificial intelligence, specifically the model GPT-4 for diagnosing diseases. Despite the model's impressive accuracy, doctors using AI performed no better than their peers who did not, and both groups were outperformed by the AI alone. This phenomenon is attributed to algorithmic aversion, where doctors often disregard AI recommendations that conflict with their judgment. The study indicates that most users struggle with effectively utilizing AI, often treating it like a search engine rather than a comprehensive diagnostic tool. Experts suggest that learning to use AI for specific tasks can enhance its utility, emphasizing the importance of spending about 10 hours engaging with the technology to develop a better understanding of its capabilities. The key takeaway is that while AI can be a powerful ally, effective prompting and open-mindedness in its application are crucial for maximizing its potential in medicine. In the debate about human versus AI, in a recent discussion about the future of work, computer scientist Geoffrey Hinton warned that artificial intelligence could soon outperform humans across various occupations, potentially leading to widespread unemployment and rising inequality. He emphasized that while AI can replicate many cognitive tasks, it cannot replace the unique human traits that are valued in the workplace, such as vulnerability and social connections. The article outlines 7 significant advantages humans hold over AI, starting with the fact that approximately 84 million jobs in the US require physical presence and cannot be effectively performed remotely. These include roles in food preparation, healthcare, and education. Furthermore, while automation may eliminate some positions, it often creates new ones, as seen in food preparation facilities where robots complement human workers. The article concludes that the ability to form genuine relationships, the independence of human judgment, and the scarcity of human attention will ensure the continued importance of human labor in the economy despite the advancements in AI technology. And with a title like AI has enshittified America's advanced stealth fighter, I had to know more. A recent report from the Office of the Director, Operational Test and Evaluation highlights significant issues with the F-35 stealth fighter jet, particularly its maintenance software known as the Autonomic Logistics Information System. The report reveals that the system, initially pitched as a user-friendly maintenance hub, has instead created numerous challenges, including high false alarm rates that lead to unnecessary maintenance tasks. Despite promising to streamline operations, the software has been criticized for its poor usability and has led to distrust among maintenance crews. Lockheed Martin is attempting to replace the system with a new solution called the Operational Data Integrated Network, but it has yet to be tested. This comes amid a backdrop of ongoing problems with the F-35, which have faced scrutiny for its performance and reliability, raising concerns as the Pentagon prepares to invest trillions in its continued production and support. Why do we care? Well, ask yourself these 3 questions. How might organizations and individuals be coupled with AI technologies to overcome algorithmic aversion? How can Hinton's insights provide some of those logical steps? And what lessons of overcomplexity can we take from the F-35 to drive better results? Are you ready to get your brand in front of the tech leaders shaping the future of managed services? Here at the Business of Tech, we offer flexible sponsorship opportunities to meet your needs, whether it's live show sponsorship, podcast advertising, event promotion, or custom webinars. From affordable exposure options to exclusive sponsorships, Our offerings are designed to fit businesses and vendors of all sizes looking to make an impact. Prices start at just $500 per month, making our packages a fraction of typical event sponsorship costs. Be a part of the conversation that matters to IT service providers worldwide. Join us at MSP Radio and amplify your message where it counts. Visit mspradio.com/engage today to explore all the ways we can help you grow. Thanks for listening. Apparently it's Drinksgiving, one of the busiest nights at bars. It's also National Jukebox Day. It'll be the Thanksgiving holiday in the US, and you'll get lots of bonus content to celebrate. Tomorrow, my interview with Dennis O'Shea, who launched his MSP focused on mobile. Friday, Ken Carnesi gives us insights on DNS and AI. Saturday, you'll get my Q&A live show, and on Sunday, an interview with Colin Britton about the future of the device management space. If you've enjoyed the show, give it a review and make sure you've subscribed or followed on your favorite platform. Talk to you again with the news on Monday.
The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you like the content, please make sure to hit that like button, follow, or subscribe. It's free and easy and the best way to support the show and help us grow. You can also check out our Patreon, where you can join the Business of Tech community at patreon.com/MSP Radio, or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Finally, if you're interested in advertising on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening to me. I will talk to you again on our next episode of The Business of Tech.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.